Hey, good morning, everybody. I just got back from my workouts, did 15 hill climbs, and finished out the rest of the track. And it was a good thing. Feel good. And so I want to do another video diary. Oh, by the way, here's the receipts. Well, maybe there. Um, so what I want to talk about today in this video diary is these thoughts that I'm farting out of my face. Is the misconceptions of Stoicism. Now, you might be saying, what the heck does that have to do with anything? Well, it's part of self-improvement. It's part of kind of what I've been working towards. If you don't know what Stoicism is, it's basically a philosophy that espouses virtuous living, meaning you seek wisdom, courage, justice, things that all of us should be striving for, I guess. And so you don't really, need to call it anything. It's just that. But it does have a few tenets of it, and one of them being that you only focus on the things that are within your control. You don't focus on the things that are external, or you don't focus on things of other people. So it might sound like a fancy way to say mind your business, but it's not. It's more than that. It's more, you don't judge events or people. You judge your reaction to events or people, and then you adjust accordingly. And so a lot of people feel like Stoicism, like the classic thing of Stoics is like, very, very withdrawn, very non-emotional. But that's actually not true. People who practice Stoicism, they feel emotions, but what they try to do is they try to get a hold of them, and they try to use them to work towards virtue. So in any kind of stimulus, there's a stimulus and there's a response. And what Stoics do is say, get in between that stimulus and that response, that half second before you respond, and reason your response or think on your response versus just doing a knee-jerk reaction, an emotional reaction. So the reason that people don't think that Stoics have emotions is because they have reasoned out reasoned out an emotional response. And so they don't just act on the very first thing that comes in. And I think as a society, maybe a lot of us need to do that, because especially with the news cycle the way it is now, they're throwing all this stimulus at us. They're throwing all these, there's something that goes wrong every day, things that we previously would never have heard about for a week. And so we're reacting. They've got us into stimulus reaction. And so what I'm trying to do with my life and with the way that I live is I'm trying to slow that down. I'm trying to say, I'm not going to react to the first thing that comes in. I'm not going to give them what they want. I'm going to judge and reason out my response instead of acting on pure emotion. There's nothing wrong with emotions. Emotions serve as a motivator towards love and from fear, I think. And I think the more fear that's driven into our society, the more we need to take a step back and just not react so much. So I'm really working on that. That's one of the, I think, 5 things I'm working on right now. Spiritual, mental, physical, financial, and emotional. And I guess that would fall into the emotional category. So anyway, that's just what I'm doing. But I wanted to just kind of clear up that misconception that Stoicism and Stoics don't feel emotions. Absolutely they do. They just reason them. They reason through them. And typically if you do that, and you go by your gut instinct anyway, but typically if you do that, you can have a better measured response, and one that doesn't offend people, and one that keeps you in alignment with your own philosophy or your own way of living, your own seeking of virtue. So I hope this has been helpful for people who ever had that question. You probably came here to see, well, what's Fatty doing today? what's Fatty doing today? Is he because he's climbing a hill? But I just wanted to clear that up because a lot of people feel that way. Like stoicism, like emotions aren't there. They are. They're just under the surface, bubbling. Okay. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this video and have a great day. See you later.